Hey guys.
Hello.
So welcome to another Let's See a Movie. This time we're seeing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The live-action animated film.
There's not live.
Well, I don't know. Live-action is currently a very fluid thing at the moment. Because we have Lion King, the animated live-action thing.
Yeah, that's not what this is.
No,
this is animated.
This is completely animated, not live-action at all.
An amazing, animation. That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah. And it I don't know, because I never really know. But I feel like this is multiple, I know it's multiple art styles for each Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Is it different? Well, I mean, I guess it is, yeah. No, thinking about that. Of course, there's many artists that are working on it, but, is it each one inspired by a different artist in particular, or is it just, all kind of the same person?
I would assume it's inspired by the original, thing, Spider-Ham comics,
yeah.
Spider-Man Noir comics. I don't know what the one from Penny Parker is, the more anime one.
No.
But, those, I think it's probably all their artists or anything, for the movie, but it was all probably based around those. I don't think they got, all those specific people, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't really read the trivia, so I don't know.
We'll look at the trivia after, because we don't want spoilers.
Okay.
And speaking of spoilers, in case you missed it at the top of the program, there are going to be spoilers up ahead. So, I mean, if you don't want, we're not going to be doing spoilers now because we haven't seen it yet. But once we've seen it, we will be dropping some spoilers. So, just keep that in mind.
Okay.
I guess.
I'll just plug my ears.
Well, not you.
I don't want spoilers after I've seen the movie.
Well, if you haven't seen it yet, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Alright, so...
What's this movie about, Sarah?
This movie, the synopsis is, Miles Morales becomes the Spider-Man of his reality and crosses paths with his counterparts from other dimensions to stop a threat to all reality. So I am super hyped for this movie.
Yeah.
I really like that it's Miles as the main character, and I also really love Spider-Gwen. I love her look, and I love the fact that she looks just like my niece. She's basically my niece and everything, and that's really exciting to me. And then to add to what got me excited about this movie, then they announced John Mulaney was in the movie. And if I needed any other reason to be sold on this movie, John Mulaney as a voice, winner, winner. Oh man, that is so exciting. And then seeing the trailer with him in it as Spider-Ham was pretty funny. I am so excited.
I am anticipating a very good performance from all the different voices, but I'm expecting some fun from him.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think I've seen him as a voice actor.
No, I think this maybe is probably his first thing.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he does that Big Mouth TV show now, I think.
Oh, yeah, and I just can't bring myself to watch that.
Yeah, no, the animation is gross looking. This is why I'm excited for Spider-Man, because the animation is gorgeous.
Yes.
That whole combination of comic book / not 3D, but not 3D plus CGI, not CGI. Well, I guess
it's kind of CGI.
Yeah, computer animation, also, hand drawn. It's just, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I love it. As soon as the trailer first started, the first one I saw, I was just oh my gosh, I love how this looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super exciting.
I guess art direction would be the word. The art direction or the animation and everything for this movie is so, I want to say it's so good and is deserving of so much attention that it has been getting a lot of attention, to the point where I've been seeing more than I usually do of the movie. Normally I like to kind of come into every movie fresh and everything. But with this one, I've been seeing it a lot more because if you're in the creative world at all, Adobe is a household name. They're the ones that do Photoshop and like all the photo editing, video editing software out in the world. And they have been heavy on promoting this because they were, involved in it, but also as a company that supports artists, they kind of want to be like, look, this is the kind of stuff you can do. Like this is all this is more or less hand-drawn kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really neat.
It was neat that they had a little teaser of it at the end of Venom.
Yeah.
I got to see that a couple times, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
Just to watch it. And, it got me more hyped for the movie. This is the movie I was looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
This whole, this whole year, basically. Since the first trailer came out, we got the poster and everything.
Yeah. Even Tim, who has been on the podcast before, he was with us for the Avengers? Not Avengers.
Black Panther?
Black Panther. Possibly? I don't know. One of the Marvel movies.
No, it was Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about Loki and everything?
Yeah.
Don't tell me, don't.
Well, anyway, he was on one of the episodes. Go listen to that one if you haven't already. But he was on one of the episodes, and recently he picked up Venom on Blu-ray, I assume.
Wait, it's out? What?
Apparently. And he picked it up and he watched it again, and he was just like, man, if anything, just being able to see the post-credit scene on the Blu-ray made it worth it. So
yeah,
that's pretty good. Yeah. The thing that I am nervous about, and this could be another symptom of screen size issue or something like that, is I feel like when I saw the initial trailer, it looked super choppy, the animation, which I understand would be a comic booky kind of artistic style sort of thing or whatever. But I'm hoping that because I initially watched it on my phone, and then I watched the second trailer on the monitor that I have at work, which is a significantly larger monitor, going from an iPhone to a 27-inch monitor. That's pretty drastic of a change, and it looked better to me. So I'm hoping that with it being on a 100-something foot.
No, I think it's
50. Okay, whatever.
I don't know. I think the biggest.
A giganto-foot screen, that it'll look even better. Which I guess is the opposite of what happened with what was that one movie that they shot it with the iPhone, and it looked good on the iPhone.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad in the movie. It's the one where she gets put in the
insane asylum.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Insane. Yeah.
You could tell it was actually no. It looks better than a lot of the stupid found footage stuff.
Okay.
It actually looked better quality than that. Or what movie was it that? The one about the soldiers that stopped the attack on the train and everything. That looked like they literally just picked up a camcorder and recorded, and it was just I got that was kind of the look they were going for, but I always kind of hate that. It's oh, okay, you're going for that look, but do we really need that much realism to it? You already got the real guys to be in the movie. We don't know. I
don't know.
I like my live action to be just better quality.
Yeah.
Animation, you can do stuff. You can play around a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what,
Yeah,
that's what they did here, and it's really exciting.
that is.
And like I said, I'm really excited for the bulk of the characters.
Yeah.
Like, that I love that Miles Morales is the main character.
Yes.
For one thing, he's got a completely different origin story.
Mm-hmm.
Got both his parents.
It's true.
And
that's a copy.
He's such an interesting character, and I like the fact that he's going to be the center, mainly because I like the fact that it probably upsets like those internet trolls of the world that are like, yo, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
So I love the fact that they're like, nope, let's make him the main character. He deserves it.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. And like I said, I love Spider-Gwen. I think she looks awesome. And it's, Peter, whatever. There's regular Spider-Man in there too. And then Spider-Man Noir looks amazing. And the fact that it's Nicolas Cage is hilarious.
Yes.
And then if you look at, just looking at the names for all the characters in the Spider-Ham comics, so funny. Like, it made me, I was like, I really need to get these comics and read them. Because, his name is Peter Porker, and it gets better from there. They are so funny. Like, all the different puns and animal, play off the names and everything, and it's so good. So I'm excited for whatever that gets thrown at us. And then with the other one, Penny Parker, with the Spider-Man, suit basically thing is what she's, the mech suit. It's pretty neat. And her style is very different from everybody else's in the movie. So that's going to be interesting to see all melded together.
Oh yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And I think the one scene in the trailer where they're all going across the wall and everything, I think that's Ned, because technically Ned is actually Miles' friend. They put him in Homecoming and everything. And so I think they have a different Ned in this one as well, which is cool, because Ned was, more Ned is always better. Ned was the best part. Infinity Wars, that part kills me. Distraction. Oh my god! He didn't even look. He just immediately just started overreacting and knew that would get people's attention. And I love him. So I hope that's him. I assume it's him. And so I want more Ned.
Yes. Ned's a great character.
Yeah.
I think. We're gonna see, I think, a lot of because it seems like we don't really get huge amounts of origin story, and I think that's where we're at with the current the big superheroes.
Yeah.
We don't need an origin story for Iron Man anymore. We don't need an origin story for Spider-Man. We don't need an origin story for Superman. We don't need these origin stories anymore. So being able to just kind of jump into it.
Yeah.
And hey, this is Spider-Man. You guys know who he is. So here's some trouble he's about to get into.
Right, yeah. That is the best thing you can do, is don't treat your audience like you're dumb, or they're dumb and everything. We know we don't need it pounded into our heads a million times.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like I said, with Miles it's a different story, so they're gonna do a little bit, but we don't need to see Uncle Ben die again.
No.
It's we know that story.
Yeah.
We don't need it again.
Yeah, we don't need to see him get bit by a spider or otherwise, whatever he happens to come up with. That's still a question I have. In the Marvel Spider-Man, is it superpowers or is it the suit?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, he still has the spider senses and everything.
Yeah, I guess.
His arms, the hair on his arms, he's whoa.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I did like that in Homecoming. Now they're just
Yeah, it was just
awesome.
Here's Spider-Man.
He's already Spider-Man. You know the story. That's so cool.
Yeah.
There's something interesting. Zoe Kravitz is the voice of Mary Jane. That's kind of interesting. I'm excited.
I feel this is really a star-studded kind of cast.
Yeah, but it's a different one. They didn't go for the same cookie cutter, people and everything. They went with an interesting variety of people. Because Jake Johnson is not someone I would have thought of for Peter Parker. And like Haley Steinfeld, I love her, and so she's gonna be cool as Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
Lily Tomlin is Aunt May. That's really cool. Like Nicolas Cage. Oh yeah, this one I'm really excited for. Catherine Hahn is Doc Ock.
Huh.
Yeah, Catherine Hahn. I'm not sure if you really know who she is. I'm trying to think. She's in Parks and Rec? No. Yes. Can you find it?
I don't know. I just think so. I mean, I'm assuming
she's in Bad Moms.
She's a woman.
Yeah. She was
so
in
like they're gender swapping Doc Ock, which is that would be an interesting take on it.
Yeah. And she's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Like I like her a lot. Yeah, she's okay. Parks and Recreation. If that's who I'm pretty sure is the one that was when was working with Paul Rudd to get him nominated.
Yes.
And how she's like, he's so stupid, but it's my job. I'm great at my job.
Yeah.
I like you guys, but I'm going to beat you because I'm good at my job. That's Catherine Hahn.
Okay.
And yeah, so like she's just got a great voice, and so I love the idea of her being Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Like when I saw that, I was like, no way, that's super cool.
Yes. It sounds like they have a really good cast.
Yeah.
Okay, so quickly before we get to the theater here, how many different Spider people are there?
Announced there are 6.
Okay.
There's like 6 that they introduced into the
Spider-Verse.
Because yeah, there's Miles, there's Peter Parker, there's Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man Noir, and Penny Parker.
Okay. And those are all played by...
Okay, so Miles is Shamik Moore, Jake Johnson is Peter Parker, Haley Steinfeld is Gwen Stacy, John Mulaney Spider-Ham, Kamiko Glenn is Penny Parker, and Nicolas Cage is Spider-Man Noir.
All right. Very cool. I'm looking forward to this. I don't think we have much else to say.
Probably not.
We're not in the theater just yet, but we are going to get to the theater in just a moment here. We're going to jump out. We're going to get ourselves some popcorn, and we're going to enjoy the crap out of this movie. And basically. And so we will return in a moment. You're going to hear some voices from the trailer. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to see the trailer fly by really quick and everything. Still trying to figure out something cool to put there. But I think it kind of works out.
I like that, yeah. I like the whole rapid
stay
fire
tuned.
Trailer.
We'll be back in like 15 seconds here.
For you guys, at least.
For you guys. For us, it'll be freaking hours.
At least 2. I think it's like 2 hours.
Something like that. So, see you guys on the other side.
I'm from another dimension.
How many more spider people are there?
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
This could literally not get any weirder. It can get weirder.
Okay. We need to get back to our universes soon.
Brooklyn is gonna...
And we're back. And now we've seen the movie. And just initial reaction is just wow. It was very good. Very, it was amazing. It was so the one little worry that I had was I'm going to chalk it up to it having to do with how they had cut up the trailer, because one of the things that really threw me off was in the trailer the part where Gwen Stacy Gwen Stacy or whatever, that whole part, they actually used the video from her saying, actually, it's Gwen Stacy, or actually it's Gwen. And her mouth is doing one thing, but she's saying Gwen, and it's no, that's not what she's saying there. Is something wrong with this animation? And no, there's nothing wrong with the animation. It looks really good. I really okay, first off, the The comic book style is heavy throughout the whole thing, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And like I even noticed that, well, like not only did they have like the dot matrix style printing and everything, which is so cool to me, but also when it, like if you look at the edges of the screen, like you can see that's where like if it was like when it gets printed on like a crappy old printer, like the colors kind of aren't aligned anymore, like they're not aligned properly, so you have like some like weird color fringing in the like on the edges of the screen.
That's actually one of the trivia things. One of the many ways the ImageWorks team has paid tribute to old comic books through the visual style is to imitate the imperfections of offset printing.
Yes.
So yeah, as soon as you started saying that, I was like, hey, I read that. They did that. That was all.
It looked so good, and the colors were so vibrant, like you would see in a comic book. Like
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Like the close-ups of their faces were amazing. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
the details, but yeah, like the dots and everything.
yeah,
Like,
like the
it looks so
details
cool.
and kind of like the lack of details.
yeah,
Like
it was so good.
yeah, like it felt like you were watching a comic book.
Come to life, I guess.
More or less, yeah. Like it really, like it was. Oh dang! It was just so good.
Yeah, it's definitely worth seeing on the big screen. Like it is
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
Such a beautiful.
This is something that I definitely will go back to see again
Yeah.
in theaters, because
Maybe even in 3D. I might actually be willing to try it.
yeah, like I mean it might be interesting to see in 3D. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I assume there is a 3D
Yeah.
version of which would be cool, because that's sort of like the thing that they can do when it comes to like the kind of art that they were doing there, and it's like they would be able to make, like they would be able to sell a really good 3D effect in that. So it would be cool to see how that looks. If you happen to have seen it in 3D, we would love to hear what you thought about that. So you can leave that in the comments, or you can tweet at us or whatever. Let us know what you thought about the 3D.
If it
We
was
did
worth
not-
seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it was. Probably. We'll have to see it once in 3D. What else was there that... Oh, I loved that, like, as it turns out, there were 7 different Spider-Men
Oh,
Spider
yeah.
people.
Okay, yeah.
instead
Right.
of just the 6 that we thought before.
Yeah, technically 8 if you count, like, which one were you counting?
I was counting Miles Morales universe.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Okay, I was talking about the end credits.
Yeah.
There's another one. So, yeah.
Also, I wonder if the Peter Parker from Gwen Stacy's universe was also a Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't really go into that.
No.
I mean, like, she said that she's the one and only Spider-Woman,
Yeah, I think
but, like,
in-
that still doesn't mean there's
I'm
maybe...
pretty sure, yeah, in that universe, he isn't. That's, like, one of the things. Like,
Yeah.
how in this one, like, or how in some of the things, the whole thing, like, Gwen Stacy dies,
Yeah.
and, you know, he can't save her, kind of is one of the reasons she, like, you know, the whole trying to catch her thing.
Yeah.
So I think in that one, Peter Parker's just her best friend. She gets bitten. She gets the powers. He does not, and he dies and everything.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no.
It was a lot. We didn't find out who his roommate is.
Yeah, we don't know if that's Ned or not. I'm sad.
I mean-
I feel like it may have been leading up to that, because at the end they're like all their friends
I
and
finally
everything.
met
And, like, I
my
finally met
roommate.
him.
Yeah, like that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because he didn't have a speaking part. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't ever actually talk. That was like kind of the whole joke, is he was just there.
Yeah.
And you know, Miles is kind of just like destroying his life around him.
Yeah, basically.
This poor kid's just like, I just want to go to school. I don't
just
know what's
wanna-
happening.
And I like how it showed, like, him, like, just he doing that typical, like, magnet school kid thing of, like, like his roommate is the kid that stays up all night making sure that he knows everything.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. So it'd be cool. Like, they did leave it open enough so that there is a possibility of a sequel. If there is a sequel, I will 100% see it.
I'm definitely, because at the end when it opened up,
Yeah,
and it was
like,
Gwen talking to him again.
Yeah. Like, and it was like, hey, I need you, or...
Yeah, do you have a minute?
Yeah, you have a minute.
And then the end credit scene also led to that.
Oh, yeah. Which I do not know who
Yeah,
that was.
Devin has told me, Spider-Man something. It's like what to do with the future. Hold on, let me see.
2029.
Something like that, yeah. Spider...
His
name was Miguel.
He's a Blade Runner.
No. Dang it, why?
Miguel.
That's what she called him, Spider-Man. No,
Get out of my
I
house.
cannot type Spider-Man. 2099.
2099.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, future Spider-Man,
Yeah, Miguel
that end
O'Hara.
credit scene, or
Yes.
post-credit scene, perfect. I'm sure it's what most people that have seen it now, we're expecting at some point. This is going to happen at some point.
Well, I mean, as soon as they showed in the credits, the one of him sitting at the desk with the picture of him behind it.
Yeah.
That's immediately what I thought of as,
Yeah.
they need the pointing Spider-Man's one.
And then they did it. They
They
had
did it.
the pointing.
I
Which
have-
one was pointing first?
Yeah. I have never seen, like, the actual, like, animated part of that, and wow,
Yeah.
it looks weird when he's talking.
I-
Like, his, like, cheeks bulge out. Like,
Yeah, like, I feel like his part of the animation is accurate.
Yeah, I think so. I think that
But
was, like,
I-
taken from the
Yeah,
real thing.
like, I think it was, like, literally they just swapped out the one
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure, because that's why it looks so bad, is because it was just this really old
Yeah.
version. The origin stories were done in a really funny way. Like,
Yes.
they did kind of do Peter's again, but it was such a funny, like, hey, so this is happening. And
Like,
then they're like, oh, and this one's this one.
Yeah, like, the origin stories were very self-aware. It even to the point where Peter Parker #2 was like, all right, we don't have time for all of
Yeah.
this. Like,
We got it.
like-
The spider, you're a thing now.
you got bit by a spider, something similar to that, you're now a spider,
Yeah.
whatever. And I loved Noir Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That he was he was on the same level effectively as, like, Drax from Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I don't really understand this world. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm from, like, a very no-nonsense kind of place.
Yeah, and like the slang that he used was so
Yeah.
funny.
Because it's very, like, 1930s or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, he was very proper for that era, and it was perfect.
Yeah, it's very good. I wish they got more into the other Spider-Man though. Like, I wanted more.
Yeah.
From, like, Spider-Ham and everything. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't around. It wasn't in that much.
Yes.
Like, Spider-Man Noir, I feel like they did kind of a little bit more. Like, he had a little bit more personality going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I wish with Penny and Spider-Ham. Because, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still, like, I don't know why they didn't just take the suit back with them. She could have repaired it after.
I don't know.
Like,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess the spider survived, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's all that, like, and
But it was her dad's suit. That was the whole thing. That's why
I
it was
guess.
upsetting. So it's like, why didn't you just take it with you?
Just make another one, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
I don't know. It's like she's from the anime universe, so it's like, of course, like, he has a better version already waiting at home.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
That's usually how those things work out, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
just like, it's just a Gundam at this point. Like, he's made it 1,000 times bigger and better.
Well, I think her dad died.
Oh.
That was her person that she lost.
Right.
So that's why she used that suit. Was her dad's. But I mean, that's not to say that
Either way,
he
like,
doesn't have other
yeah, like,
versions or anything.
Oh, your father wanted you to have this.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Well, it's kind of like with Aunt May giving Miles one of the suits and everything. Like,
Oh, freaking Aunt May with
Aunt May
this
was
one
awesome. I loved her. I love, like, Lily Tomlin was so good.
Yeah.
She did such a good job with her. They kind of did between, because they didn't do like the Tobey Maguire one where she's like very old, because she's his aunt, not great aunt as far as I always knew. They never really said, but maybe it's great aunt. But like they did more like the Spider-Man Homecoming with Marissa Tomei kind of age in between her and I can't remember who was the Andrew Garfield one. I think it was Sally Field. So she was, she was still pretty, she was awesome.
Yeah, she was older, but she wasn't like 90.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
She's very aware and knew what was going on. It was just okay, let me show you this. Miles is by far probably my favorite Spider-Man now, because he is about the coolest one. The suit, amazing. And just, I love the look with the hoodie and the high tops and everything. It was so good. I loved him.
Yeah. Definitely.
And just that scene, the scene in the trailer was amazing when he jumps and it's upside down. It's even better on the big screen in the movie.
Yes.
I love that scene. That was like the scene that really, it took my breath away in the trailer. So when I knew it was coming, I was like, oh, I can't wait. Because that was just like a phenomenal scene. It looks so beautiful and it's so well done. And it just gets you going.
Gets you going. Yeah, it really does. And that that goes back to just the artwork and everything, just being so good. The whole thing.
Yeah, just stunning.
Just wow.
Yeah. I loved his parents. They were adorable and wonderful.
Yeah.
And I love them both so much.
Yeah. That man, okay, so his uncle being whatever that
the Prowler. Yeah, as soon as he was about to it flashed into my mind as soon as he was about to take off. I'm like, oh no! Yeah. And then they show him, and I'm just like, oh, Miles! I knew it was
it clicked with me as soon as the dude as soon as he was Miles was thinking that it was him. I was like, oh, it's him.
Well, when
that
he started
construction job he was talking about where he found that spot was the building of the collider.
Yeah, oh man, that broke my heart.
I know.
Because, and then when he was about to kill, I'm like, that whole thing was so sad.
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking.
Just that scene made his uncle, redeemed him, more or less. Because, that in that moment, he realized, I've been doing all of these bad things. And this kid is the person that looks up to me. And now what does he think of me? I'm literally trying to kill him.
Yeah, I was about to kill him multiple times.
Yeah.
And, the fact... Oh, that was really heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was...
I'm still, I can't believe, though. I'm you're telling me that suit wasn't bulletproof?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Really? That's what took him out?
Yeah.
It's
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But, they needed to have something.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing, is did not want to kill off one of his parents.
Yeah.
That, oh, no.
I am so glad that his dad wasn't, after seeing his brother dead and everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Spider-Man's, I always knew Spider-Man was a bad guy.
Yeah, he thought it at first, but then, he's I thought I knew, but I was wrong, Because I think once he thought about it in a more level head, he would have been he's no, that's not a thing that Spider-Man's going to do.
Yeah.
When is he going to use guns and everything?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's no, dude, look at the, how he died. He got shot.
Yeah.
Spider-Man does not, he shoots webs, not bullets.
Yeah, and also, what is he wearing? Clearly, he was into something bad. Everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
He has on rocket boots and, grabby claws.
Hands, yeah. That's what I was, I did not know where they were going. I mean, I guess we should have seen it, because, his uncle suddenly disappeared, not getting a hold of him. I wondered, I was like, what is he doing? What is this part of the plot? And it's I feel stupid now, be oh, duh, yeah, okay.
Well, again, initially I thought they were going for, the, kind of a deadbeat kind of uncle kind of guy, oh, he just takes these random jobs, he's probably drunk in a gutter somewhere or something like that, they're gonna try to make him into some positive thing at the end, like where like he's like, oh, I've learned from my. I mean, they kind of did that, but like I thought they were gonna go in a different direction with him.
Yeah.
But then it was like, okay, like
They went for a more gut punch reaction or idea, which it worked. It was good.
Yeah.
It's like that was.
Oh yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
Definitely, and then I think the whole.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oscar Isaac is the voice of Miguel in Spider-Man 2099.
Ah.
Poe Dameron.
Yeah. That's why he sounded familiar.
Yeah. I just saw it in the spoilers, so I was like, what?
That's cool. But I think the turnaround was a little quick. I mean, it's understandable, but like from like between when Miles can't do anything, like he doesn't know how to control his powers or anything like that, and he's like Peter Parker like ties him up to the chair and everything, to him being able to have full control of his powers and everything. I think that little bit there was a little bit too fast.
I guess,
know.
But
I feel like maybe that could have been done a little bit differently.
I guess.
But I just ran over a cup. Jesus Christ.
There's cups everywhere. What is happening?
People just throwing cups in the road. Don't
like
throw your garbage in the road.
Yeah,
Quick PSA.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be a jerk. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Anyway, I just feel like that was a little quick. I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have done that a little bit different. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something I don't like.
Well, I don't know. Because, I mean, the whole thing was his dad talking to him kind of, like, flipped a switch in his mind.
Yeah.
About how, like, I need to stop, not putting all my effort into this, like. Yeah. He's kind of half-assing everything.
Yeah.
And everything. And that was, like, the whole point was you gotta, like his dad said, there's a spark in you. You gotta, you just, whatever you do with it is gonna be amazing. Yeah. And so, like, I think it finally just clicked in his mind. But, I mean, like, the part where they're like, did we teach him that? But, I mean, he was a talented kid. I mean, he's a smart, talented kid. So, I guess,
definitely.
I guess that's kind of what you're supposed to read into that is, like, once it clicks in his mind, he's just like, yeah, no, I got this. This is effortless. Yeah. But, I mean, it does kind of show that with the jumping off the building, he kind of, like, freaks out for a second and then is like, oh, no, I got this.
Like, and his webs don't, like, connect immediately. Yeah. Like, you can still see that he's not perfect. So, like, there's still, like, he's still growing and everything like that. Yeah. And, like, you can tell that his family is, or, well, specifically his father is very integral in his growth.
Yeah, and what drives him.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah.
Because that's what, in the end, that's what helps him get up.
Yeah.
When he's fighting.
Kingpin is
that massive man of Kingpin.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, everybody else was, like, semi-realistic looking.
Yeah.
Like, his dad was a little broad, but, like, realistically broad. Like, almost like, like Terry Crews kind of big.
Yeah, like Terry Crews or something like that. Like,
but no, this dude was a couch with a volleyball for a head.
Yeah.
Like, that was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't, like, that's the only critique I would basically have with the movie is he was ridiculous.
They have him pull up to a building, like, in a Chevy Suburban, and he's wider than that thing is long. Like, you expect me to believe? Yeah, like, well, I understand. Like, it's not supposed to be real.
Yeah, but not only that, he pops out like it's no problem. Like, he doesn't struggle to get there. And then he has a wife and a kid. Like, the kid is a normal-sized person. Yeah. Like, he's not massive. And, yeah, like, that. Like, so that's my only real critique is just, what the heck was with that? Like, why was he shaped like that? And also, my other one was Green Goblin was this, like, massive gargoyle thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand that part. Like, maybe that's something that happens later in the comics or something. But yeah, no. Oh yeah, Doc Ock, the female Doc Ock, Ock, awesome. She's like more
Yeah.
terrifying than the normal Doc Ock. I loved her.
Yeah.
And I loved Alfred Molina as him in Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and everything. Like, he was great. But she was amazing. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
She was so intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
And just like her octopus arms were awesome.
Yeah, they were like, because they were like more like vacuum tubes instead
Yeah.
of like being like these
Metal
weird
claws
metal
and everything.
claw thing. Like,
Yeah.
which made more sense as to why they could like retract and extend.
They were
and,
more, I guess, like like they were definitely more like tentacles.
Yeah.
And everything. Cause,
Oh, yeah.
like they were.
It was awesome.
Yeah, they were
It was very well done.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Oh yeah.
Definitely go see it.
A lot of comedy.
Oh,
a
so
lot
funny.
puns exactly the way that Spider-Man is supposed to be
like
written.
with the pop-up and like the words sometimes. Now this is not puns,
Yeah.
but just that was really well done. Like him
Yeah.
freaking out, like everybody can hear your thoughts. Why are my thoughts so loud?
Oh,
I think
so
it's so good. Yeah, because they did like random comic book like subtitles and everything.
Thought bubbles and
or like
speech
pow
bubbles.
and
Yeah.
everything.
And then like when he's falling out the building, just
Yeah.
and woo.
Yeah.
So
It's
cool.
good.
So cool.
Fan.
So, yeah.
It's very funny. Yeah. Sorry, we can go back to that.
No. That's exactly all I really needed to say there.
Yeah.
Go see it.
Yeah.
If you haven't
Is
seen it,
it's funny. It's also got
if you've already seen it,
heart-wrenching moments that you're just like, oh.
the movie's got
no.
everything in it that you need.
It's-
If you've already seen it, go see it again. If you haven't seen it,
Take a friend.
stop lying to yourself. Go see it.
Yeah. Go. If you've seen it already, take someone else who hasn't yet. Take a bunch of people.
Take somebody that doesn't understand Spider-Man, because this won't completely confuse them.
Yeah.
But it will it's totally gonna confuse them. But like at least
In
you'll
a fun way.
be there to be like, no, here's the deal. Like, and it kind of explains everything. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really have to be a Spider-Man
Because then you
fan.
know, oh, okay, there's multiple Spider-Men.
Yeah. Like, I only really like before. I mean, like I've known about other Spider people, but I'm not very up on anything other than Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So I was able to follow along no problem with all the various Spiders people. So go see. Like it's so good.
Go see it.
Give it 2 large popcorns.
2 large popcorns. Yeah, it's very good.
With butter.
Movie of Christmas. Of the year. Like, it's definitely I think. Like, yeah.
I mean, there was.
this was the year of Infinity War and.
Did we have Black Panther this year?
Yeah, Black Panther was this year.
I can't remember. This year's been a heck of a year.
It's been a heck of a year, yeah. But I mean, yeah, Black Panther was this year and Infinity Wars was this year. So, yeah, but it's up there. It's with those. It's with the greats. It's so good.
It's the first Spider-Man movie that's strictly Sony that I think has potential to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, because like the Spider-Man that we have now is Marvel taking over for a little bit of the writing.
Wasn't this one? I thought it had the Marvel logo.
Well,
at the beginning.
that's just because it's Marvel. Like
Yeah,
it's still a Marvel property. But that's Marvel Comics or in
Oh,
association with Marvel Comics. But like the new Spider-Man is Marvel, like the
that's true,
cinematic
because
universe.
they had it on after Venom, and Venom was Sony. So, okay, so yeah.
So like this is Sony doing a good job at Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Finally.
And they even made fun of themselves.
They referenced the
Spider-Man 3 with them dancing, which was
like
so
it was like,
good.
I even did this.
We don't talk about it that much.
Yeah.
Like it's really good that they knew that part's terrible. They did the kiss, the upside down kiss with Mary Jane.
Like they basically tied it in with that universe.
Yeah.
And it worked.
And it worked in a good way.
Yeah. It really did. Yeah. No. Go see it. And I think that's all we really have to say.
I do have one thing, but I don't know how much longer we're going to talk. I wonder about when Aunt May goes, "Oh, it's Liv." When Doc Ock comes in, they know each other. How do they know each other? Like, I have questions.
They do look about the same age.
Yeah, like, that was interesting. Like, I don't know, like, what that was supposed to be, like, because, like, she's like, my friends call me Liv, my enemies call me Doc Ock, and everything. So, like, Aunt May was a friend of hers at one time. They maybe went to high school together. Maybe she's a mean girl.
Yeah, maybe.
She seemed like a mean girl.
We'll see.
But yeah, that was my last thought. It kind of popped in my head just now, like before we were, because yeah, like
Yep.
I was like, when she said that, I was like, she knows her. How does she know her?
Maybe
So,
Aunt May is also Spider-Man.
Spider-May. That's what I want next.
I also want the Spider-Man Christmas album.
Yes, right? Joy to the World that I just saved was the only name I caught on there, but it was the funniest one to me anyway.
And speaking of music, really quick, very good soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Totally fit the entire, like, it fit the entire movie perfectly. No, like, it just fit.
Yeah. It's
Like,
good.
it's just good. Go see this movie.
Go see this movie.
Again, if you have already seen it. Well, yes. That's it for this this episode. We haven't been back for a while, but we're going, like, I'm seriously wanting to make an effort for us to continue doing these more often, just because I just want to see more movies. No other reason. I really enjoy doing this. So yes, follow us on, you can follow the Attack of the Beards, attackofthebeards.com, attackotbeards on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe in your favorite podcatcher if you do that. If otherwise, this will probably be the video is on YouTube, so you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Attack of the Beards on there too. And I think we still have a Patreon, patreon.com/attackofthebeards. You can follow me at Special Colin on Twitter.
Pineapple Sarah. I think there's a hyphen though. I don't actually remember.
Pineapple_Sarah
Yeah.
on Twitter. And we'll see you guys at the movies.